Let's start with sentiment analysis. Here we see calls grouped by a set of keywords. This set of keywords is customizable by user or by department, which allows for different users to watch for calls based on their individual use cases. Clicking on the word ridiculous brings us to a set of calls in which the keyword has been spoken. Metadata of these calls are available here, and you can get to the details of a particular call by clicking on the corresponding row. The red dots on the waveform are the sections of the call where the keyword has been spoken. Clicking on any one of these dots allows us to quickly jump to that portion of the call, and the keyword of interest is also highlighted in the text below. Let's hear this call for a bit.
I said if there needs to be a change, call this number. I call the number.
That's
and I
right.
have to
That's
pay
the reason I'm
$50
doing
for that?
it, right? Yes. If you could have called it later on, we'll not even correct it, and you will lose the entire money in a ticket.
I will never do this. I'll never use this service again.
It's
the
with
most
every
ridiculous
airline.
thing
If you
I've
could
ever
have
heard
booked
of.
with any other airline, they will also tell you the same thing.
Well, I have never had this happen with any airline. Okay, I've been flying for years. I
But
think
if you could
that's
have done
just
the
a
same mistake
ridiculous.
with an airline, they won't even help you to do any correction.
Well, that
They
may
won't
be.
even do it.
The word cloud shows frequently spoken words and phrases in an easy to visualize interface. This is a powerful tool to see related phrases, which gives us an idea of the popularity and frequency of various combinations. The marketing department can use this to drive enhanced revenue and upsell opportunities, as they can quickly identify new trends. As with other areas of the system, we can easily navigate to the relevant calls.
And once again, you'll be flying with Delta Airlines flight number 540. Depart from Detroit at 7:10 a.m. Tuesday, August 8th, which gets into Raleigh at 8:52 a.m. On return, you'll fly with Delta Airlines flight number 6299, operated by GoJet Airlines.
In addition to speech, Sayint performs sentiment analysis of chats, social media feeds, and reviews. This dashboard, which we built for a customer in the travel domain, shows sentiment trends across all sources. It also shows data grouped by source. Sayint can automatically pull data from multiple data sources to generate a unified view of sentiment across the organization. We can drill down into the individual conversations. And further drill down into the segments of the conversation. Sentiment is calculated for each segment of the conversation, which enables us to view the change in sentiment as the conversation progresses. Similarly, we can get the sentiment for public reviews, and social media. This section demonstrates the ease with which you can search for calls in the system. You can search by a given date range, by phrases spoken by the agent, or by phrases spoken by the customer. You can also perform advanced searching by compliance criteria, by duration, or other data points. Calls are by default sorted by the search rank, which is computed by the number of exact matches and near matches. Clicking on the relevant call brings us to the call details page. This page contains the metadata of the call like time, duration, silent time, etc. The next section of the call displays the compliance details. You have a waveform on the top and the transcription at the bottom. A word cloud displays the various words of interest on the call. The red dots on the waveform show the sections of the call which contain the searched word. Clicking on any one of them allows us to quickly jump to that portion of the call, while the keyword of interest is also highlighted in the text below. Let's hear this call for a bit.
AA.com. The American Airlines mobile app is available for download for Android and iPhone today and helps make travel easier. The app lets you book flights, check in, find flight status, store boarding passes, organize your trip, and much more.
This is the landing page of Sayint, which provides a snapshot of the various analytics. The first graph shows the savings achieved by implementing the solution for this client broken by month. The next section shows the call classification done by the system, where it groups the calls by RFC. The algorithm for each of these is configurable to handle a variety of scenarios. The booking versus errors graph shows the trend ratio of errors to bookings by pulling the data from various backend systems. We can then drill down on this to get to the various errors. This is useful for admins to identify any new types of errors, which can then be fed into the NLP subsystem to catch future occurrences. On the left, we see the breakdown of errors by day and by type. The last section of this screen shows the compliance metrics. This client has a set of internal criteria against which all calls are scored. This could be configured to handle regulatory criteria as well. The landing page as a whole is also configurable by user to show relevant data only.